What's going on, Tamers? It's your boy Dan from DigiGuard United, bringing you guys another TBL meta snapshot. Today we're gonna be talking about number 56 and number 57. So this is 2 weeks ago at this point. Whenever you see it, probably a little later. I don't know. But what we got for number 56, this one was a smaller turnout. I don't remember. It might have been 7 players, something like that. So we only showed the top 2 first and second place decks. We got Digimon at that one versus in Machinedramon, purple base Machinedramon. I got second place. Brady with Dino and Gubin with Machinedramon. Let's hop on into it and talk about these deck lists. First, we got Dino, the boy Dino. So this deck list is pretty, I think right now it's pretty like it's solved essentially. That's what I'm trying to get at, because you got your usual suspects already. You got your 4 search Agumon, you got the EX4 Agumon, and then you have the EX1 Agumon. I think those are the main Agumons you want to see in the deck. EX1 lets you search out other Agumons plus the bond of bravery, and you can search out your Tamers as well, which is pretty good. EX4 gives you extra memory. And then as an inheritable, you get an extra draw if you can, which is pretty good. Sometimes you see that Gilmon now too that has rush. He also has the what's it called? The trait, the reptile trait, so you can evo for 1 less into your Tyrannomons that have the black box evo, so it's pretty good. And then you have 4 Uko. I think if you're gonna make Dinomon right now, you have to have the Ukomons. The Ukomons adds that consistency the deck needs, because realistically the black Agumon does nothing for you. You don't really care about having retiles and inheritable, and the on play effect to suspend a Digimon, it's null and void, because most of the time you're gonna be able to do that anyways, climb up your stack when you're swinging. So I don't think it's really needed. In your low 4 lineup, you got the Tyrannomon that drops a Tamer, which is really good. You have the newer one that can be played out of security, and it started main plus 3k, I believe it is. Yeah, starting main phase when digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 3k on opponents and the turn. Inheritable plus 2k, really good. And then you have to have 4 Tyranno X. That's a must. There's no questions asked. That card plus Ryotaro is the most important cards of the deck to get your combos going. And then at your 5s, he's playing the 4 Metal Tyrannomons and 3 Massive Tyrannomons. Again, you're never gonna run any other 5s in my opinion in this deck. Those are the best 5s for that deck. And then at level 6s, you have your Dinomon. You had the Medieval. I think that's probably your best lineup right now. The 4-2 split Medieval Gallimon is such a good card for green decks and occasionally red decks. This is kind of a red deck, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense to play. I've seen recently people playing the Shoto, so you can get the Vortex pop off with the piercing and blocker for Medieval, which is pretty cool. I think in that way you got cut out some cards that maybe add consistency to the deck. So I don't know, I guess you don't run maybe Blitz Omni or something like that if you're running that version. And then you have Blitz Omni and Agumon Bond Bravery. Those are really good level 7s. You got the Blitz Omni for game when you're ready to go there. Then you got the Bob to be able to blow things up, trash security. You can blast Evo from an Agumon if you meet the requirements, or blast Evo into from your Dino or Medieval. Really good card in my opinion. Next, we got the options. What it looks like: 3 offensive training, and then 3 Garnet. Garnet searches for anything that's black and red, so you're able to grab the Metal Tyrannomon. If you're running just like the offense training or something like that, you can't grab Metal Tyrannomon. So at least with the Garnet, you're able to grab Metal Tyrannomon, which can be important, and you're always 90% of the time you're grabbing any other pieces, because they're all either red green, red purple, red yellow, so you always have some combination. The only thing you're never going to grab is Uko and the Omnimon, but that's an okay payoff, you know, to run that card. And then the Scramble. Scramble's a good card. I hate them. I think they should be out of the game, but that's neither here nor there. 4 Ryotaro is a must, no questions asked. And then your eggs, Koromons for draw, makes sense, right? Then we got for the runner-up, purple base Machinedramon. Unfortunately, right now Machinedramon is in this weird spot where you kind of have to run purple to get the filter going, because everything else is too slow and the current meta is so fast that you need to speed up your process as well. And so this is why you see purple based Machinedramon. You're able to do a lot of purple shenanigans, so draw trash and whatnot. So as you see, he has the Demi Mirror, which is trash level 5 or higher to draw 2. He has a Candlemon that lets you draw and trash as well for on deletion. You're able to get swings in, you do chip damage to get prepared to set up for your Machinedramon plays, which is really cool. And then same with the Tamers, unless you draw one. For me personally, Tamers is not a bad choice if you like the Tamers. I do like the, what's it called? The Fascomon, I think it is. It's on deletion, draw and trash one, but it also has an inherit of when attacking, I believe it is, or end of turn, you draw and trash one. So I like the idea. If I ever had to evo over that with the Raramon, I can, and I don't feel bad about it because now I still have an inheritable to do some type of drawing. Again, that's just my personal thing I like doing for Machinedramon. As you see, Tamers works just fine for him. And then the 3 Raramon, people to trash one, draw 2, always really good. And then the slew of ultimates. Real quick, we're gonna talk about it just now, just because of the purple base. When you run a purple base, you gotta run the Chimeramon. As you see right here, this is the Chimeramon from BT 18 or 19, whichever one it is. 19. So on play when Digivolve, you can delete itself. That's the plan, right? So to do the full combo, you have a Machinedramon trash. You go Chimeramon, play Chimeramon, effect, delete itself, delete your opponent's level 3, 4, and 5 Digimon, and then on deletion, delete another one of your purple level 4 lower Digimon to play Machinedramon for free. So that's a really cool combo. And it's only for 8 costs versus something else. And then not even 8 costs when you think about it, right? Because you go Machinedramon, you add 5 sources, you gain 3 memory, you gain 5 memory. So now that becomes a 3 cost Machinedramon, which is really good. And then you have the combo, as you see, with the collision plus the Metalgreymon, plus yeah, that's all you need. The collision plus the Metalgreymon. The Metalgreymon stays one block, gain 3 memory. So you could potentially just keep turning right there, which is super cool. It's a free, when you think about it, a free Machinedramon. It's beautiful, in my opinion. But jumping into the rest of the Ultimates, man is running 2 Cyberdramon Aces. That card is goated, being able to play or even Evo it, search top 5, play a Tamer for free. Really good. And then it has an inheritable when attacking DigiGuard 1. Super good. Then you have the Gigadramon that interesting. I didn't realize he was running the DM version. So this one you decide to hard play. You can search top 4, add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon. So that's really good. If you think about it in Machinedramon, you have a lot of level 6s. He's only running 2 Chaos X. He's only running 1 Chaos X, which is a surprise. I feel like that's always a 2 of, and then 4 EX1, and then 3 the EX3 Chaosdramon. I feel like there's a 4/4 as well, but it looks like he's running a little extra on the ultimate, so that's probably why. So searching, and then heritable reboot, which is always really good. This Gigadramon gives you the main on play when the Digivolve effect does not matter. The inheritables would matter, which is giving collision. This Megadramon can delete a Tamer as a 3 cost or less. This one gives second blocker. When Digivolving, doesn't matter. Metal Mamimon, same thing as your the Gigadramon in a sense. So when Digivolving, you read the top 3, add 1 level 6 or higher. Machine and trash the rest, which is pretty good. Inheritable, delete something, play cost 5 or less. This is about all turns plus 2k, all turns plus 2k. Trash security, trash security, trash security, trash security. He's running 4 different Digimon that has the trash security inheritable. It's really good. If you're able to get the full combo going, like you can kill some security so fast, it's crazy. And then, like I mentioned before, the 3 Chimera, and then the Metalgreymon with the inheritor. If this Digimon's blocked, gain 3 memory, pretty good. And then I'm already talked about 4 Machinedramon, 3 Chaos, and then 1 Chaos X. Interesting ratios for me personally, just because I like 4 of this, 4 of that, and the 2 of that. I go a little higher on it just because you never know if your Chaos X is in security, like you're never gonna ever see it again at 1 of. So that's how I think of it sometimes. And then options: attack the heavy at 3 of is a must. 2 purple scramble, which is interesting. I guess if you want to evo into Chimeramon for cheaper, if you want to evo into the Raramon for cheaper, and then at some point you can, if you have no board, play one of your rookies out and then add one of your purple pieces, which is just really Chimeramon. It's all right. Or another rookie, I guess, if you need to evo more in the back. I don't know how I feel about that in this type of deck. I would rather have some type of more drawn power, or like I don't know, like a black men boost or something. If you were gonna run another option that's like that, I don't know. And then Tamers, 3 analog mans is crazy. I feel like that's a 4 of. There's no questions asked. And then 2 ties. 2 ties are solid. I really like the purple mat, the one with the starter deck one that came out at the same time. That lets you, if you trash when you gain a memory. So like that plus analog man makes you have 5 memory guaranteed on your turn, basically. Super good in my opinion. But yeah, it's Machinedramon. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to see it doing well. Next, we're going to go into the Tamer Valley, number 57. This one was way fuller. This one had 9 players, I think it was. This is the one I played in, playing Bugs, Tyrants. I ended up losing to Coach in the finals with him playing Dorugoramon, which is pretty cool. We're probably going to speed run that because we've been seeing Coach killing the TBL for the last couple weeks. So if we see if there's any changes, we'll talk about it, but if not, we'll probably speed run his deck list. Next we got is Law with whatever. Let's go Take. I never know how to say the name fully. And then we got top 4 people. Panzer with Lucemon. Interesting to see Lucemon in the top 4. And we got Golden Prinny's Pyramidimon, which is pretty cool to see. Speaking of Pyramidi, it just recently won an EU Ulti Cup, I think it was, which is crazy. And he ran through like 5. He went 5-0 against Purple Hire, which is pretty cool. So here we are. Coach's Dorugoramon deck list. I don't think there's anything different. Maybe the Chikurimon he's running. This last year, I hate when it does that. This is all floodgates, so players can't reduce play costs, which is alright. And then everything else looks like it's pretty much the same. I don't think he changed anything, to be honest. Maybe. Yeah, no, I think this is all the same that he had previously. I played him in the finals. I lost 2-0 basically. Because I think the last game was about to go to time. I gave it to him. I don't remember right now. Because he had it anyways. Like he was in full control by that point. So good games. They were grindy games. I think I could have been a little bit more aggressive with it, but I chose to try to trash the security with the Mega Competarium on Inheritable. Sometimes I was able to get it. Sometimes I couldn't. It is what it is. And he was able to just keep on coming back with full stacks, which is pretty good on his part. Next, we'll talk about Taki. This is a Lucemon based Taka. So basically, he is not running the Dorugoramon package, which is the Doruga, and the Dex Doruga. So that lets you filter a little bit more. This is just straight Lucemon, which is pretty cool. You don't see it as much anymore. I feel like 'cause the other one just gives more drawn trash power. But everybody knows what this deck does, right? It's all about setting it up to get into your Taki plays. You do the full combo going from like a Luga to a Soul Luga into Fenrir, play the Kazutrimon, Evo, DNA from the trash to Taki, trash security, kill things on board, and all the shenanigans with it. Still a good deck. Turn 2 OTKs will never go away unless they hit something in this deck, which should be the Balmon. Cough, cough. But we'll see what happens, right? When it comes to that. And then everything else just adds consistency now. He added the Wisteria, or Grape, my fault. This lets you add one purple or green Digimon card from your hand. So technically you can, you know, search your Kazuchi and you can search this because this is no purple. You can just grab the Kazuchi if you need it. And then he got purple scrambles, pretty good because you can purple scramble in this deck is stupid. He doesn't have the Dracmon obviously, but you can go like Luga and play and go into the line or something like that, I believe. And it's just super crazy. The Skull Bellucci is cracked in this deck. What else? You got the Demon Wolf for the Castle, 9 Wolves. So this is another searcher from the deck. Super good. And your Tamers, as expected. Analog Youth should always be at 4 of. That's just my opinion, no matter which version of Ephemera, just because search and trashing is so good for the deck. Next, we got Lucemon. We haven't seen Lucemon top in TVL, I believe, so it's pretty cool to see. I think you have to run 5 Ukos just because the way the nature of the deck. You're going to evo your Lucemons in the back for 5, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So having the evo for 1 is, you know, it comes through clutch. I think it's, you know, you don't have to give your opponent 5 memory and then let them set up immediately. So that's really good. The whole deck is about giving your opponent choices. So like they can choose to trash the security, if not, or no, trash one of the Digimon Tamers. If not, trash security, recover, puts your opponent in a bad position sometimes to be able to do it. But the only thing is, because it's your opponent's decision, they can choose smartly and play around it pretty easily, I think. And that's a downside because everything in this deck is so expensive. So like if you go into a Lucemon into chaos mode, this is like a 6 cost evo, something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, play cost of 6 to evo. So like you're only doing like 1 play at a time in this deck. That's the only downside. And so your plays, you have to be very particular about your plays, I think. And so having that is not always the best, and that's why he's running cards like this right here, Darkness Wave, to be able to trash top 3 cards of your deck, fill your trash up to set up for later games pretty easily. Then if you have a yellow Digimon play, return 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand. So you're able, if you have a Lucemon board, you play this, mill 3, grab something that's you know, that you might need for later on, which is pretty good. The deck desperately needs like cards like Leviathan to be able to delete things on your opponent's board. Again, because you can choose to trash security, you know. But when this deck gets going, when you have Loose X and when you got Saiyan mode on board, it gets pretty crazy in my opinion. And it's just, you can start trashing your opponent's security really fast when that happens. But the problem is getting there. Cards like Larva mode kind of protects your Saiyan mode, I believe, right? Because the breeding alters when any of your Lucemon Saiyan modes will leave the battle area, but moving this Digimon to the battle area, it doesn't leave. All turns, while you have a non-white Digimon with Lucemon in his name, all your 0 DP Digimon can't be deleted. So if your opponent were to neg them to death, they don't die, which is pretty cool. What else? Then he's running a lot of options, I would say. 4 Dead Alive seems a lot in my opinion in the deck. I don't know if you need it at 4. I think you add other things maybe to help facilitate the deck and get to your combos faster maybe. 4 of this as well seems a lot. I don't know if it's necessary again, but I haven't played this deck, so maybe it is. I don't know. Cool thing about it, if you evo into your Lucid X and you have multiple of these, you're trashing your opponent's security pretty fast because it's delete your opponent's what is it, and your Digimon to Lucid X by returning this card to the bottom of your deck. Your opponent may trash their top security. If this effect didn't trash, recover +1. So being able to recover or trash your opponent's security pretty fast when you have multiple of these in trash is kind of crazy in my opinion. Oh, and this option right here, you can delete your opponent's you can trash your opponent's delay options, which is pretty good. I would think this is a more higher number than the others in my opinion. But I don't know. Next, finally, we have Pyramidimon. I know people have heard me talk bad about this deck. I don't think it's necessarily bad per se. I think it's very outable. Let's put it like that. This deck is very susceptible. So wow, I can't speak. It's very it's very you can get around fragment, I should say, right? DigiGuard kills this deck. Bouncing kills this deck. Bottom decking kills this deck. So that's kind of like the downside of it, in my opinion. You do have a ways of protection, like immediately I say the Breath of the Gods. This lets you, gives protection to your stack and can be DP reduced or return to your own opponent's hand or deck, which is super good. This whole deck is about getting to the Pyramidimon and set up for the OTK as fast as possible. So you have cards like Lucemon to give you block or reboot. This one, Unleashing by trash one card with the mineral trade, draw 2. Got to X Evo Overage just to give more sources to the stack, so you can trash more for the fragment effect. Sunriza is your searcher, I believe. Yeah. Golemon is alright. It gives you the on play, unleashing, DigiGuard one of your opponent's Digimon, which is not bad. And then he has block and inheritable. This is super important. These cards right here. This right here, the promo Landramon and the promo Close are so important to the deck. You had to have them to play this deck efficiently. Because, for example, this says start your main phase when Digivolve by trashing 1 mineral rock trade card from your sources. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, add 1 mineral rock trade to the hand or place 1 such card to the bottom of the Digivolution card. So that allows you to facilitate your searching going really, really good. And then inheritable when it's trash, Digivolve 1. So most times you're going to trash the egg, and this lets you gain 1 memory. And you can put the egg back as many times as you need, especially with Pyramidi. So you can like abuse it, in my opinion. It's really, really good. You got the OG Gogmamon. This lets you Digiburst and then plus 2k to the end of your opponent's turn. Super good. Inheritable plus 1k. Then you got the new Gogmamon. Unleashing. He's a blocker. Unleashing. Real top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with mineral rock and play cost of 5 or less without paying the cost. Trash the rest. So good thing with that trash the rest sentence, because you're setting up for the pyramid to be able to add whatever you need to the bottom of the deck, which is pretty good. Then you got Progonomon. So he has collision, fragment, piercing, pretty good. Inheritable, DigiGuard 1. And then Pyramidi, right? Pyramidi fragment. When this Digimon will be deleted by trashing any 3 of its sources, it isn't deleted. Super, super good. When Digivolve and when attacking by trashing any 3 sources, you can unsuspend and gain second attack plus 1. Any your turn, you may place up to 3 cards with mineral rock trash from your hand to the bottom of your trash to the bottom of the sources. Super good. Then the 1 Black Serafi, or Shadow Serafi, I should say, just a general good black card, in my opinion, that you can have. If you don't see Pyramidimon and you have that, you can, you know, stop your opponent's play, Digivolve 3, neg them to death, and all that good stuff. And then you have Scrambles or Scramble. Like I mentioned before, Breath of the Gods, super good, being able to give that protection that the deck needs. And then security effect, it's not a bad security effect at all. Your opponent's Digimon can't attack players for turn, so that gives that protection. 2 defense training, and then 2 Zoff Cabas. So by trashing any 1 source of one of your Digimon with the mineral rock tree to any opponent's turn, that Digimon gains collision, piercing, or reboots. And your opponent's effects can return to the hand or deck and gain 3k DP. Pretty good. Another way to give Pyramidimon the protection. So he has 4 ways to give a Pyramidimon protection. Super important, in my opinion, to be able to have that protection against those other types of removals. And then Tamers, close at 4. This is the 4 cost one. Important card, in my opinion. Memory Tamer. Then when any Digimon digivolves into a mineral rock trait, by suspending this Tamer, plays up to 2 cards with the middle rock trait from your trash as the bottom source. So yeah, multiple of these, you can gain back so many sources. Really, really good, in my opinion. And then the promo that I talked about, only had 2 of, but I think it's, man, I think you could probably play this at 3. That's how important it is. So if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. All turns, when effect trashes Digimon cards of any of your Digimon. By suspending this Tamer, place 1 card with the mineral rock trait from your trash as any of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. So if you trash 2, you gain 1 back. So you gain to, like, you know, keep going. If you have both of them on, it's basically free trashing, free, and then you just gain it back, and that's how you facilitate the OTK with Pyramidimon, which is really cool. Like I said, I like the deck the way it is. I just think it has some obvious weaknesses, unfortunately. And that's why I keep joking about, oh, deck is trash, you know. It's really cool that people are trying to make this deck work, and we've seen it already. There's an OG Cup win with it and stuff like that. Awesome to see that. But with that being said, guys, if you like this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Let us know in the bottom, in the comment section, what you think about these deck lists. Oh, also, don't forget, Wednesday night, Friday night at 7 p.m. sharp, we host our TBLs. Come join, come watch the stream as well, and have a good time playing. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.